Right, I absolutely had to make a video on this because literally 2 days ago there was a Destiny 2 Final Shape trailer dropped on Destiny 2's official channel on YouTube, and it has a character coming back which a lot of people probably didn't expect to come back at all. So this is going to be my breakdown of the trailer and what we're expecting to see, and I'm also going to throw out some kind of spin for hat theories as well, much like I did with some other videos, just to kind of get an understanding of why this character is back. If you haven't seen the trailer, I would highly recommend you go watch it first. It is in the description if you want to go find a link for it. But going into the trailer itself, it starts off fairly cool with a bit of flashback, just like Cora doing some kind of monologue, and then it kind of breaks down into our most recent feats. One, of course, being when we find Savathun in the Witch Queen DLC, and finally beating Savathun, and then also Nezarec as a raid boss when we were doing the Lightfall DLC. And not only that, it's like a really cool mention as well for when everyone's rallied together, because it's nice to see we get Keitel and Mithrax in a bit of the shot as well. But then finally it cuts away to the Ace of Spades, and our boy Cayde is back. And at the end we can see like a bit of the landscape as well as the triangle shape that's in the sky, which is also currently on the Traveller at the minute. So I'm going to try and break this down piece by piece. Understandably, a lot of the trailer is actually just to kind of give Cayde the rundown of what's been happening, so I don't feel like I need to break that down at all. It is just a nice little segment. It's probably going to be a few clips in my anime trailer when I do it for Final Shape, but I'll wait and see. But what I want to do is break down the landscape that they're actually in. So it's understandable we're going to go through the Purple Triangle eventually. As for how, I'm not entirely sure, because we've tried it in Season of the Deep, or at least some other Guardians did, and they ended up mangled messes. So maybe we're going to find some other creature or some other kind of artifact that will allow us to pass through into the Traveller. But I'm going to talk about my spin 4 hat theories a bit here, because this is where I need to start getting creative with what this could mean and where Ikora and Cayde are. Because we obviously know they're inside the Traveller, or they've gone through the portal that was on the Traveller, but the question is, where are they, and why is Cayde actually back? So an idea I had a while back was, is the Traveller actually a Vex? Because then this kind of makes sense as well. Obviously, if you want to watch that video, it's the eye icon up above, but just for the sake of this theory, it has never actually been categorized what the Traveller actually is, and a lot of the time it seems like you can relate what he looks like to other Vex constructs. If that theory is actually true, and the Traveller is a Vex construct, or a Vex in general, then this might actually play into time travel. So the clear-cut way is obviously that they've gone back in time, and as such, Cayde is now alive, but that means the Witness wants something in the past that is not available right now. The other theory, which is a bit more plausible, is that they're actually in an alternate reality where Cayde didn't die. And the reason that all makes a lot more sense is because the Vex actually exist over pretty much every single timeline anyway. Not only that, Elsie Bray has previously confirmed that there is also other timelines, because she comes from a darker timeline where she had to pretty much jump ship and come to our timeline in order to try and save it. But let's talk about Cayde now, because the thing about Cayde is, I don't actually think he's coming back in proper capacity. I think he's only going to be around for the Final Shape DLC. The other theory that I've got at the minute, like the one that's probably the most feasible as well, is Cayde's eyes are actually glowing a really bright white colour. So if you actually compare it to old images of Cayde 6, you actually know he's got blue eyes, and they don't kind of flow out with energy like they do at the moment. And the reason why that could be significant is because the theory would be that Cayde is actually being reanimated by the Traveller itself. Or if he's not being reanimated, he's at least being manifested by the Traveller in a physical form. Which makes sense because Cayde's ghost was kind of obliterated back on Forsaken, so yeah, it kind of makes sense why he can't really use his ghost to bring himself back anymore, and why the light would actually have to animate him directly. But that is literally the breakdown of what I've seen in the trailer and things I'm curious about, as well as some theories. Let me know in the comments below if there are any that you believe, or if you have any other theories that you want to discuss, because I would love to hear what everybody's thoughts are on this. But that's going to be it for the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next one.